It's time for our book chat segment on the show. One of my favorite segments, I have to say. And today's book in focus is Bantu, the Big Fat Bully, written by Temiloluwa Adeshina, and of course illustrated by Francis Adeshina, her husband. Now, Temiloluwa is a radio presenter, author, serial social entrepreneur, and a seasoned British curriculum teacher. She's authored the book for this week, and of course, many others. Now, this book is regarded as Africa's #1 anti-bullying book series. So this is part 1 of the series, and there are 2 other books after that. Now, the character creation, character naming, book cover and design and illustration, the kudos goes to her husband, who is sitting right beside her here, Mr. Francis. And I think it's an amazing piece. But we have to hear from you. Where did the idea come from, and how did you get this all started?
Wow. Okay, so thank you for having us, first of all. Thank you so much for the privilege. Okay, the idea came from, we're told to write books for a publishing firm, write storybooks, and we normally write for them. So at that time, I put pen to paper, and then we wrote like 2 storybooks. And the funny thing is, the publishing firm didn't take it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I don't know, but I would say it's one of the greatest successes of my life that
it was rejected.
It was rejected. And so that was the first time we made up our mind that we're going to do something on our own. That was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
And I don't know, Bantu has been a wonderful phenomenon, and it's been a wonderful success.
Yeah.
Okay, so bullying as a topic, as you know, the theme, the topic, there's so many other things you could have written about.
Seriously.
So many other things you could have written about.
True.
Why did you select that?
Well, I went to boarding house.
Okay.
AGCL, you have to be precise. I was bullied. I had seniors who bullied me.
No way. Okay.
They'll take my water, I won't have my bath and all those things. So I don't know, but when I was told to write, the first thing that came to my mind was I needed to write something that would be a piece to help all the children that have been bullied. And I found out that writing this book has been a very big lesson. I've had children cry and weep, forgiving the bully who bullied them in school. In fact, the first time we read it on radio, there were calls, we couldn't pick everything. I'm being bullied in school. I've told my mom, I've told my teachers, they can't do anything. I've had stories of children come up with stories of how they've been bullied. One girl particularly that touched me, she wept for over 5 minutes.
Wow.
And I had to tell her to forgive him, forgive the bully. And I've had instances of children come up to me and say, I can't forgive this so-and-so person, that this person did this to me, I can't forgive. And so we've had healing experiences from the book. It's been amazing.
I think
successes.
Yeah, sorry. I think another part that's very, very important to also note is the ability to separate bullying from the bully.
Yeah.
You can hate the act of bullying, but love the bully
itself. They need help.
Yeah. So I think this book also help us separate those lines.
Now, at the back here, it says, he's coming. The children dropped their school bags and ran. Shoes came off the owner's feet, and bags and swings and slides were abandoned. Games were put to an end. Some ran all the way home and hid under their beds, shivering. Dogs on the road forgot to bark and ran away with their tails between their legs. Soon, the street and parks were emptied of school children. The source of all this trouble soon got to the playground, stamping his feet noisily, looking scruffy and dirty. It was B. Bantu, the big fat bully. So now the character B. Bantu himself, is it mirrored by any child you've met? Because even the hairstyle, the face, the eyebrows, you are the one that did the character design.
Yeah.
So where did you get that character design?
Really, it's not as if there's somebody that I patterned the character after. You know, sometimes when you come up with illustrations, it starts from conceptualization. And for me, it comes naturally.
Okay.
So I just see.
The name?
Bantu.
Bantu.
Yeah.
Why that name?
If the name Bantu, I think is also, it's strange. It came also.
Okay.
Then we later now pieced everything together. If you in Yoruba language, there's something called Owu Bantu. It means he's fat, he's big, he's huge.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
But when you look at the brand essence of the name, it cuts across African culture. So you find Bantu in Sierra Leone, you find Bantu in South Africa, you find Bantu, like I said, in Nigeria, Yoruba, in Kenya.
Wow.
So it makes it big. It makes it, you understand, larger than life when it comes to Africa.
Your illustrations are beautiful, by the way. Really, really nice. I feel like having my own caricature right now.
Yeah,
if
and
you
I'll
can, you'll do it, right?
Promise
I need one. I need one.
I'll do it.
But I wanted to ask, what is the biggest impact you felt from this book? You know, is there anyone who's, you know, talked about it or given you an experience or something like that?
Okay, so one of the times that the biggest impact I can recollect very well is the book was showcased in Paris, was showcased in London as one of the African content best books. And at that point in time, it was the wife of the Vice President, Excellency Mrs. Yemi Osinbajo, that was on the exhibition then. Okay. And then after the exhibition, all I knew was we got a call from Aso Rock, and at that day, that day was one of my lowest days. I felt that nothing was going to come out and all that. And I got a call from Aso Rock, and the lady said, I'm the PA to Vice President, Mrs. Yemi Osinbajo. In fact, I first thought it was scam.
It's scam. Okay.
They started naming some handles for me, check this, that this person recommended you, they showcased your book and all that. And we got a call to Aso Rock, NG Culture, kids. And then we got a call to Aso Rock on the project of the bookshelf project of the Vice President, Mrs. Yemi Osinbajo. So at Readland, that was how we got involved in the project. And at that time, they were picking just like 10 centers in Lagos, and we're the first center that was picked at Readland to help influence other children to love reading. So it's one of the key and the greatest impacts.
So this is a 3-year journey. First of all, for this first book. Now it's a series. The Bantu series also has Bantu and the Bush Baby.
Yes.
And then Bantu and the Witch Doctor, right? And that's a series. But there are also other ones you have. Very interesting titles. Risi Recycle.
Yeah.
Now, Risi Recycle, I was a little, you know, I'm interested in the names, the titles that you keep coming up with. Have you ever disagreed on what to put on the cover of a book? Did you ever disagree about this?
No, I never did. So let me answer that first. Because he's good with names. He's a brand consultant and a strategist. So I know when it's time for me to bow to authority.
Oh, wow.
Because you know who owns the turf, who has that gift. Okay. So I don't disagree.
So your gift is in the writing?
My gift is the writing, right for children.
And his gift is in naming and illustrations. Amazing stuff. Now, thank you so much for coming to talk to us about these amazing books. Now, I have to say thank you as well, because you did something for me, I think 1.5 years ago. Yeah. They gave a copy to my girls, and they actually printed their picture on it. And I was like, oh my God. But that's something I like to call going the extra mile. To be memorable. And I have a feeling this journey you're on is not over yet. There's still more great things to come. That's our book chat segment for today. Now, the Adeshinas are worthy of emulation, really. I think I need to go back into my writing.